I think it means having a seat at the table, challenging them stereotypes that women face every day.
It means that you're different to how everyone thinks you should be.
The phrase rebel daughter means to me, going your own way and mixing things up, always.
About not taking no for an answer. If you really believe in something, I think you should really go for it. It's about having the tenacity and belief to think you can really make a change. So go for it and don't let anybody say no.
Being a rebel daughter means being brave and trying new things, not just subscribing to the status quo if there's a better way to do something. It means speaking out for my values of fairness and equality and supporting and encouraging other women to do the same.
It means that I need to carry on a legacy that other rebel mothers and rebel daughters have paved for me, and also to make sure that in the future I will raise rebel daughters to become the future of feminism and equality in the world, and just make the world a more amazing place than it already is.
I think for me, every single generation of my family, every single woman in every generation has been a rebel daughter. So if you take my history back to the history of slaves, the next generation were rebels because they managed to fight the slave trade in their own way, I suppose. You know, obviously there was a larger group against that. And then the generation after that had to pick up the pieces. And if I think about my grandma, she ran away from her family for reasons that we're kind of getting into, looking at my family history. My mother came to Britain on her own without any of her family. She's definitely a rebel daughter. And I'm a rebel daughter because my mum said when I came to England, I didn't think any of my children were going to end up on the radio or as teachers. So I feel a bit like a rebel in that way. And I'm going to jump to my niece because I haven't got any daughters. She's a rebel because she just does things her own way, and I really admire her.
The phrase rebel daughter means to me somebody who is not afraid to go against the norm, not afraid to go against the grain, but equally isn't necessarily somebody that kicks up the biggest fuss, but somebody who really sort of feels sure of themselves, feels sure of what they want and goes for it.
When a woman or a girl stands up for themselves and do what they think is right.
Rebel daughter to me means people who've stood up for women throughout the ages and done things for equality for the future generations.
The word rebellious means I'm going to challenge stereotypes, I'm going to do what I want to do, not be told what to do. I'll choose what I do in life. That's the rebellious part of me. It shouldn't be rebellious, should it really? Because it should just be what we want to do. And being a daughter, the whole premise of being a daughter is that you're a woman. You're your mother's daughter, and so being the rebellious daughter is being that woman who follows in her generations, strong generations behind her that come before her, to rebel against things that they don't agree with and just get on and do what they want to do in life.
To me it means it's standing up for what you believe in, even if it's against what society thinks.
Rebel daughter to me means following the tradition of women, young women, girls who challenge the status quo and they're determined to do what's right for them rather than what other people want them to do.
A rebel daughter is somebody who refuses to be defined by others, who doesn't let other people put them in a box, make judgments on how they should be, how they should live, what makes them happy based on other people's preconceptions.
It's about those women who fought so hard and sacrificed so much to get people like me and others the vote. They did that at a time when it was incredibly difficult. They faced so much pressure and so much prejudice, but they won through in the end. They rebelled and they got it.
The phrase rebel daughter means to me resilience, power, and to do what you want.
Rebel daughters means to me women being independent and free to express themselves in whatever way they wish and follow their dreams.
What is it about being a rebel daughter? Well, to me, it's about making sure nobody tells you how you should be a rebel daughter. You decide that.